You're listening to the Griffin Grossmont College Radio, El Cajon, California.
It's big, it's beautiful, and you're gonna love it.
Welcome to Breakfast of Imbeciles, the thinking man's analysis of giant hamster balls, lunch lady larceny, ham, and all the other hard-hitting stories cable news doesn't want you to hear.
No, it's not.
It's different. It's unusual.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, Breakfast of Imbeciles. Good morning, everybody. I am DJ Lunchbox here at Griffin Radio. Welcome to Breakfast of Imbeciles every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Just bringing you crap. There's no better word to describe than what we do here is crap. Normally I sit here with my other classmates and we do a little news roundtable talking about what's going on in the world. Appears to be some traffic issues this morning, so I'm running solo at the moment, and we will find out excitement. The tension is mounting when everybody else will get here, and then we can go on from there. Otherwise, we will just proceed and bring you the news that needs to be known. Funny enough, we almost lost half of these little treasures, these stories that I bring you on Wednesday night, because I accidentally saved an old copy of the news that I had and then copied over my backup. So even an idiot can ruin a backup. So backups aren't always foolproof. Anyway, I was able to recover my list of stories that we were going to go over today. Thank God I didn't clear my browser history. That's not don't read too much into that. Didn't clear my browser history, so I was able to find the stories that we were going to cover. And let me tell you, there was a lot of bad behavior this week. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the views, comments, and opinions expressed on the show are those of the individuals and not necessarily shared by Griffin Radio, the Media Communications Department, Grossmont College, or the Grossmont Cuyamaca Community College District. This podcast is copywritten by Griffin Radio and Grossmont College 2018. Thank you very much. So yeah, there was a lot of, these aren't even stories we're going to be covering. These were just stories I saw that caught my eye that were just bizarre and still didn't make the cut, just still weren't good enough. There was a guy that pulled a gun on a congregation in a church. A lot of bad church behavior. Another man whipped out his junk to show the congregation his Holy Trinity is kind of what I'm getting at there. Another woman smeared her crap on the side of a church, and a priest pulled out a gun in a road rage incident. So, I mean, come on, there's a lot going on there. And those were the B Squad stories. We're not even going to cover those in detail today. Yeah, it was just a newsful week. You know, I've started raising orchids recently. I know this is so interesting, but it made one of my man's coworkers, when he told her that, say, what, did he turn into a 72-year-old woman? And there was an expletive in there, but I'm keeping it clean here. Yes, I am a 72-year-old woman, so I do enjoy raising these plants, and they're kind of cool. But it's kind of interesting, you know, being the operative term here. I didn't realize that these plants put out what they call air roots. And so they're these big, thick, gray roots that instead of going down into the soil, they actually come out of the plant and rest all over the top of the pot. And it looks really weird. And apparently my plant is looking very happy this week because it's got like 6 new roots coming out. I've never seen that many before. And it's sort of starting to look like a Japanese hentai anime in slow motion, watching these roots grow. So, you know, that was far more interesting in my head than it actually turned out to be here. So, just golf claps, pity claps would be very appreciated at this point. You know, I enjoyed so much a couple of weeks ago doing these weird questions, some of these strange, the word just flew out of my head. Just these kind of weird rhetorical questions. And so I thought, you know what, let's do another segment of those because I enjoyed it. And if I enjoy it, and I'm pretty sure my listener is enjoying it as well, hi Mom, that, well, let's just do it one more time. So, ladies and gentlemen, once more, Rhetorical Musings with Breakfast of Imbeciles. Why is abbreviated such a long word? Why is lemon juice made with artificial flavor, but dishwashing liquid is made with real lemons? Why is the third hand on a watch called the second hand? Yes, I do not respond with actual answers. I know the questions. I know the answers to these, but... Why isn't there a special name for the tops of your feet? If nothing sticks to Teflon, how do they make Teflon stick to the pan? Can fat people go skinny dipping? Why is it considered necessary to nail down the lid of a coffin? And ladies and gentlemen, we are joined this morning by our wayward son, DJ Thunderstruck, who has finally managed to drag his presumably hungover carcass here into the studio today.
Oh, yes. You know me, stumbling in as usual, late.
We were just going over some of these fantastic questions here. Why is it that rain drops but snow falls?
Interesting. Oh, my goodness.
What is the time of day with Why is the time of day with slowest traffic called rush hour? Why does the sun lighten our hair but darken our skin? You came in here voluntarily. I just wanted to say
I think I should just step out.
Why is it called lipstick if you can still move your lips? Yeah, some of these weren't great. Why do you need a driver's license to buy liquor when you can't drink and drive?
There you go.
Why are there flotation devices under plane seats instead of parachutes?
I don't even know if I should just comment on these or just accept it and just let you go on.
Follow your muse. Follow your bliss.
Oh, God.
Do what you feel is right.
Oh, these questions. Yeah.
Why do you need a driver's license to buy liquor when you can't drink and drive? Did I just say that one? Yes.
Oh, yes.
Why are cigarettes sold in gas stations when smoking is prohibited there?
That's a good point.
Why do most people put more effort into their wedding than their actual marriage? That's not so much a rhetorical question. It's just a sad commentary.
That was dark.
Yeah.
That was like, where did you pull that one from?
A
Lover Scorn made that one up.
It was in this list, and I read it, but it just didn't click.
That makes so much more sense, though, to me. Like, throwing together these $50,000 weddings, and then, that's a great way to start a marriage in debt, I think.
I hear that a lot. A lot of people are just saying, you know what, I don't want to start in debt. I don't want to start off on such a bad foot. It is a bad way to start. If there's a rule that states that I before E except after C, wouldn't science be spelled wrong? There's a lot of those questions going around with that I before E rule has been disproven so hard.
Oh, yeah, the English language is an interesting one.
Why is it that on the back of a medicine bottle it says adult is considered 12 and above, but the adult age is actually 18?
That is true.
Because I'm going to say a 12-year-old is generally not as large as a full-grown adult.
So you're saying I can't give a 12-year-old a beer? That's what you're saying.
I'm saying you shouldn't give an 18-year-old beer, but...
There you go. Oh, okay. The 12-year-old's fine. 18-year-old, that's where you draw the line. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
If a candle factory burns down, does everyone just stand around and sing happy birthday?
Oh, my goodness.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's like my birthday in here. Speaking of burning down a factory, I got another sighting of B. Millie joining us this morning.
That's me. Hello. I'm glad I didn't miss the questions.
Nope, you're just right here in the middle of it. If a mirror reverses left and right, why doesn't it reverse up and down?
See again?
Yeah.
Why do people say PIN number when what they truly mean is personal identification number?
Oh, it's kind of like ATM machine.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually on here on the list. Exactly.
I hate when people say that.
An automated teller machine. Why do we laugh in school when the teachers say, "Do you find something funny?" when we obviously do?
That's true. Why ask? I'm laughing.
When a boy is named after his dad, he's called Junior. But what do you call a girl named after her mother?
Yeah, that's... I don't know. I never thought of that.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It doesn't have as nice a ring to it, like little Sally over there. Sally Jr.
Carol Jr.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there probably should be like a separate word.
Yeah, maybe we should make one up.
Like IOR. I think an IOR.
Junoi.
I think that's the last
Sally
thing.
Junoi.
I think that's the last thing women want, though, is for us to make more words.
I was
going to
say,
yeah, that's very
them.
true. That's very true.
We'll let them handle that one.
How important does a person have to be before they're considered assassinated instead of just murdered?
Oh.
If a bunch of cats jump on top of each other, is it still called a dog pile?
That was a good one. I like that one.
Oh, that was clever.
So I just thought we'd bring these
Hooray.
brain scratchers.
Hooray.
To make you feel lessened
exactly what I
You've
need in the
learned
morning.
nothing today.
See, again, some of them are like, okay, that's good and funny, but some of them are legitimately like,
Oh, you should have heard the dark one he threw out earlier. The one about marriage. That one wasn't.
Oh,
that
really?
was-
That was just
It
depressing.
wasn't so much a rhetorical question as just a statement about the state of marriage. It was just, why do more people put effort into their wedding than their actual marriage?
oh,
see,
Yeah,
that went to a dark place fast.
I
I
feel
don't think it's dark. It's true though.
I'm not even
depressing.
married and I feel personally attacked by that.
I could tell you have a scrapbook somewhere ready. You have your wedding planned out, your ideal wedding.
Yeah, my wedding scrapbook is all set. It's about 800 pages, and it's
Ooh.
just a whole bunch of blank faces that I just simply have to start pasting into.
Oh,
you go.
okay.
Yeah,
That is
when that day
perfect.
comes.
I see.
Love you, honey. He's busy. He's at work right now.
I hope I'm invited. I'm just saying.
You're going to be the one jumping out of the cake for me.
That is.
Oh, hooray.
There you go. See,
Hooray.
Start hitting the
I'd pay
gym.
to go to that wedding.
Yes.
it's not going to be an actual cake though, right? Because it might disappear before I jump out.
Will they bring Justin bucks to throw? At,
We have
to throw
dollar bills with his
at
face on
Jesse?
it.
Dollar bills with you and your significant other's face on it.
Coupon for one free lap dance.
There you go. We got to get the beads as well, of course. The beads.
Oh man, it's been too
man.
long since this show has happened. It's been much too long.
It's been about 2 weeks for you, I think.
2
'cause
weeks
we
for
weren't
me.
here last Thursday, and then you weren't here on Tuesday. So yeah, it's been.
well, it's been about a week. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I should do some announcements in the name of responsibility, although obviously that's not a risk around here.
Are you kidding? We are the single most responsible show probably on air on the internet, period.
I'll take that. I'll take that face value. I don't need any kind of validation or explanation
good
there.
point.
I will just take that exactly as it
Got a
is.
good point.
You are a tastemaker, DJ B. Millie.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do just a few announcements here to do some housekeeping. Grossmont Mental Health Counseling is hosting a mindfulness and meditation group designed to help cultivate an open and inclusive space for mindfulness. It's designed around a variety of mindfulness activities and creative expression. Come to Building 60, Room 206 every Thursday. That's today.
Would you look at that?
You're not doing
No
anything
kidding.
today. Come on by.
You have no
Would
life.
you look
Get
at
out there.
that?
Building 60, Room 206, every Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. during the fall semester. The group is open to all students. So nobody just schlepping in here off the street, I
Yeah.
was at Best Buy, I had nothing to do. I thought you got to be a student. So there is that
I was at
stipulation.
Best Buy, had nothing to do, and I need my mind released.
Oh god.
Yeah, that would be an interesting meetup.
I sat with the Geek Squad for a while and I'm filled with rage, and so now I have to go do some yoga. If you have any questions or want to speak to a mental health counselor, they're also located in Building 60 at Room 130. So it sounds like they're on a different. Are there 2 floors over there in the Griffin Center?
Yes, there
Okay.
are. There is a floor up there, and we have a lot of cool resources here.
Okay,
on
yeah.
campus, so.
I haven't spent a whole lot of time there myself. I'm learning I'm not a very, very engaged student here. LaTanya was like, "You don't know what a dean is?" And I was like, "No."
Well, I don't know how that works either. We have like many deans and like
yeah, 'cause-
one.
I'll play you
isn't
back
it-
the show where LaTanya gave
Yeah,
us
right.
the full
Because
explanation.
Okay.
isn't it usually like a big university has like one dean of students and then
I think we just have
Apparently,
different names.
there's different deans for different categories. There's like
Alright.
deans of departments, as you said. There's deans of students,
Right.
deans of
That's
admission.
interesting.
I think.
because I always just heard like, oh, you have to go see the dean. And you're like,
If
but
any
it
of
should have
the-
been like, which one? Like,
If any
I
of
don't
the
know.
deans are listening to us, we greatly respect you and the work that you do.
Yes, I'm going
for
to
whatever department.
And I'm
that
going
you
to
are
challenge
at.
you to dean with the donuts.
I was
Donuts
g-
with the deans. Yeah, I'm going to
You're
challenge you to a
Taking all
donut.
the words out of my mouth.
I
here.
am
That was a
challenging you
beautiful
to a
segue.
donut eating contest, deans, all of you.
Wow.
So if you like donuts and you like deans, seamless segue here.
I'm a master.
Come on down to the 4th annual Donuts with the Deans at the Griffin Gate from 9:30 to 10:30 on October 23rd. A.m., by the way.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to be here.
We
Watch-
do not plan this. We did
Yeah.
not talk about deans just to segue into
We
this.
don't
I will
plan
tell you.
anything.
Yeah.
I will tell you what.
Watch
We are
yours truly.
just this good at being bad. We are just that good.
We're so bad it's good.
Yearly gathering at Grossmont College Deans, again, October 23rd from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. at the Griffin Gate, which is also in Building 60, which is the Griffin Center.
Woohoo!
A lot of confluence there going on.
Yes.
You're already showing up at the Griffin Center to buy power bars and your iced Americano, so you might as well swing by to get some donuts to go with it.
yeah.
Watch deans stuff their face with powdered donuts and
I'm still
such.
hoping it's going to be one donut per student. I'm hoping it's a face-to-face each time, and there's a line of students, and the
Oh,
Yeah,
donuts
wow.
you just stare each other in the eyes as you both
Have
eat your
one
donut.
dean champion. Oh, that'll be
I'm hoping it's going to be like the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, where the deans are just sort of wheeled out afterwards, and they're having to pop insulin.
Now that, how can we make this happen?
I would pay
need
to
speak
see
to somebody.
that.
I would pay $20 for that.
Do we know?
I think that's a fair price.
Do we know anybody we could rope into this that could talk to some people?
I'm willing to challenge somebody.
If we make it some sort of charity event where we're raising money for some sort of club, and the more donuts the deans are able to pound down using the heel of their hand, the more money we could raise for, I don't know, dihydrogen monoxide awareness.
Our people will talk to their people.
We got to make this happen.
We gotta make this happen
in the name of charity.
I am our people. Unfortunately, I don't have anything.
We'll talk to LaTanya. She has connections.
Oh yeah, that woman.
True.
She's got fingers in all sorts of pies around here.
Okay.
No, that's an expression.
I know that's an expression, but it just sounded.
I wish somebody's
once I was not meaning it in a sort of blue sense. It was actually meant to be.
So if I say I wish somebody's finger was in my pie, I literally mean like.
Okay.
Yeah, my birthday's coming up. I would like a pie for my birthday.
It is too early in the morning for your lip. So I'm going to bring you down to half volume and let you think about what you've done. So you're still participating, but we can't hear what you're saying fully.
Oh, I love
talking
it.
to a wall.
Can I go away now?
What?
He's in the corner like a little kid. Can I come out now?
No. You sit there and think about what you've done. Let's see. On October 26th and 27th, Grossmont College Theater Arts Department is presenting Flight or Fright, a special fundraising event coordinated by Brian Rickle.
Yes.
2 nights only, Friday and Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in Building 26, Room 220.
Yes, it's going to be very cool. As somebody in the theater department on this campus, it's going to be very, very cool. Brian Rickle is an awesome guy. He's going to be an even more awesome host for this event. I highly recommend going.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yes.
It says it's going to be put on by administrators, staff, faculty, and friends. So who knew we had friends? But there we are. You can get tickets by calling 619-644-7234, 619-644-7234, or visiting grossmont.edu/theater brochure. Theater is in the European spelling with the R-E. So yes. THEATRE brochure, grossmont.edu/theater brochure. So I thought that sounded kind of fun, and obviously we've got a little bit of a promotion here from DJ B. Millie, who seems like he knows what is up.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very cool. I think it's going to be a very fun night. Brian Rickle, the guy is just not only hilarious, but he just really knows what he's doing when it comes to acting in all shapes and forms. So if you have the chance not just to watch him host an event, but even take one of his classes here on campus, would highly, highly, highly recommend it.
Well, that sounds great. I mean, and the kind of Halloween stuff is really great. I mean, is it Halloween themed? I mean,
yes.
I know it's Flight or Fright, so I didn't want to make assumptions. But yeah, those are always really interesting.
Yeah, from my understanding, I'll have to talk to him, but from my understanding, the specifics of the event are they're going to pull a bunch of like staff and people to read like spooky kid-friendly poetry in like funny ways and stuff
cool.
like that. It's going to be a family-friendly event. So if your family doesn't have any Halloween plans or any early Halloween plans, the 26th and 27th.
26th, 27th at 7:30 p.m.
Yes, please come by. It's going to be very, very fun.
It looks amazing. I love all the flyers around campus too.
Yeah.
We are going to take a little musical break here. Ooh. So don't forget you can check us out on Griffin Radio 119 at Facebook. Instagram, our account is Griffin Radio SD, and you can listen to us on the TuneIn app under the Griffin Radio channel. Don't forget to email me at lunchboxthedj@gmail.com. We will be back in just a few minutes. I am DJ Lunchbox here on Breakfast of Imbeciles with
DJ Thunderstruck,
DJ B. Millie.
See you back in a minute, guys.
That's where we run every
I swear, one day I'm going to bring a magnifying glass.
Okay,
we
now
need to
what?
Have a Halloween episode.
You've said it 3 times now with the magnifying glass.
No.
This
This past Tuesday, I want to do a little quick throwback
as we speak.
I myself, when this music was playing, I said, you know what? This makes me want to investigate a murder.
Yeah, you said that, and then B. Millie has said this is the 3rd time now that he wanted to bring in a magnifying glass.
But what DJ Threads said, that's right what cracked me up. She said, this makes me want to knit.
Yes. That was
Did she really say
Yeah.
that?
Okay,
That's
that's
such
a new one.
That was
I
fantastic.
love Tanya so much.
That's it. Some people want to investigate murders, others just want to knit. You know, hey, to each their own.
That is
I love that so
amazing.
much. She just whips out the non sequiturs, and it pleases me so much. She's so good at that.
She is the best.
Welcome back, everybody, to Breakfast of Imbeciles on Griffin Radio every Tuesday and Thursday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. I'm DJ Lunchbox, joined as usual with...
The handsome DJ Thunderstruck.
And DJ B. Millie, that's me.
It's B. Millie.
That's
me.
B. Millie has joined us today. Oh, that was going
what
kind
are
of
we
weird
doing?
Cosby.
Bill Cosby,
route.
okay.
Yeah.
You made it. You rounded it out.
It just
yeah.
kind of squeaked out. I wasn't planning to do
Let's
that.
not go there.
Yeah, I don't want to... Yeah, let's not do that.
Bring magnifying glass to breakfast.
Yeah, if you could actually
Of
make some plans, that would be good.
Imbeciles.
And then a large trench coat that just covers your whole body. And
I don't know
start-
if I can get
just-
that by next
just start
Tuesday, but I
walking
can
around.
definitely get. I'll see if I can get some for all of us.
Just start sneaking around campus with a large trench coat, looking suspicious.
Oh, wait, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Campus
woohoo.
police will love that.
Oh, yeah. They'll be all over that.
Do you guys plan on having like an early Halloween episode? Are you gonna come in here in your costumes?
You gotta at least do something for the Tuesday in a couple
No,
weeks.
it's funny you mention that because I hadn't really planned on doing a Halloween show, but I do have a particular clip from Vincent Price that I heard on the radio years ago that I do intend to play because I'll be here on the 30th.
Oh, okay.
Because my show is on the 30th and the 1st, so not actually Halloween. So I did want to do an early thing that I want to play, but I guess I could look into finding some more Halloween things, maybe some Halloween-based stories.
Again, the costumes are more for us because you guys can't see us, but
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
it's
if we
radio.
could get somebody to live stream or something, or make
maybe
a video,
some like spooky stories.
record a video, put it on Facebook.
Well, we could also talk about our costumes when we come in here, how we got them licensed and borrowed from, Industrial Light and Magic. Look how awesome these costumes are. We're just sitting here. And
I can just rock a
Speedo.
Speedo. I can just rock a banana hammock. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean,
Again,
Jesse.
yeah.
you're so one note.
You gotta. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
You are the white stripes of Griffin Radio.
Thank you.
I'm not even sure what that actually means, but I get it kind of from context.
They're
so.
they're a band. And
I know the band, but I don't know enough of their music.
They had one very, very popular song, and there are others kind of
Which one?
floated in the wind. It was Seven Nation Army.
Don't know it off the top of my head, but I'm sure I've heard it. Oh, you mean the one that's like on all of the Nissan commercials now or whatever it is?
Oh God.
Yes.
Leave it to Nissan to ruin a song.
You can always tell when a band has gotten really popular when you start hearing them on commercials for Disney Resort and car commercials. Like I liked One Republic quite a bit, and then all of a sudden they went berserk with all the Disney, and it was just like, oh, okay, you guys are just
Okay.
producing commercial soundtracks now.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Makes the money, I guess.
So let's go ahead and move on into the news because I've got some good stories I wanted to show you guys here. A deputy of the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office was pumping gas at a convenience store in Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Oh.
The deputy noticed there was a man sleeping in his car while the engine was running on the pump across from him. Chester Walker was found sleeping in his car by police, was searched, and his pockets were found to contain drugs and drug paraphernalia. He then claimed that the pants he was wearing weren't his own.
What's in my pocket? Where am I? Whose hands are these?
Yeah, so he just totally claimed that the pants he was wearing were not his.
Those are my
my
favorite
goodness.
people. The ones that think of like really dumb creative excuses that like
How creative is
obviously I
that?
shouldn't,
Come
like,
on, Florida
these
man.
That's like a
are
child.
not- these are not
Like, hey, don't act like it's out of the
That
realm
really-
of possibilities.
That really is like a child's
That's like a
excuse.
child. Why
They're
are there
not
cookie
my
crumbs on your
pants.
hands? These aren't cookie crumbs.
Oh, come on.
Then
you
why are there chocolate chips under your nails? Those aren't chocolate chips.
DJ
I didn't-
Lunchbox, are you telling me that it is out of the realm of possibilities that somebody could have dressed this man while he was sleeping? They forced these pants onto him, which didn't belong to him. Now that's something to think about.
Jesse.
You know,
that's-
your devil's advocacy here does not help this at all.
I'm just I don't want to defend this guy, but I
Yes,
just
you
gotta look
do.
at it.
That's
Okay.
exactly what
That's
you're doing.
literally what you're doing right now. It's exactly what
You're doing what we're accusing him of doing, which is being a child saying, It's like,
I'm
I'm
just
not
trying to
defending
look-
this man. Yes, you are.
I'm just trying to look at it from his point of the pants, all right?
Oh my
All right?
gosh.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
What a perfect analogy, though, DJ
Oh.
Lunchbox. What a perfect
That's
analogy.
beautiful. It's like poetry.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure we've all woken up with
It
stuff
really-
that didn't belong to us. All right.
I've usually
just
woken
me.
up with my own belongings.
No, just me.
I can honestly say I've never woken up in somebody else's clothes.
Can
So,
definitely say that. Can
All right.
definitely
So
say
it's just
that.
me then. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, so
just you.
I think I need to see where you live sometime because I'm
As
guessing there's a
do
gas
I.
leak or high tension power lines overhead or something.
Yeah.
The deputy woke the guy, told him to roll down his windows, and the officer questioned him, received unidentifiable murmurs with the two words "bare naked."
Well, very, very heavy deportation tonight. We had a very Darrison by. Let's go ahead and tear a station. Let's go to the bit they haven't pit.
A canine unit was deployed, which sniffed out there were drugs in the vehicle. The officer searched the man, and his pants pocket contained a black case with heroin, crack cocaine, methamphetamines, fentanyl, Xanax, antipsychotics, and a needle.
Wow.
The
So
thing
he was packing.
He was trying to party.
The thing is, like, you'll always get those people that do the whole "it's not mine" thing. You know,
right.
This isn't mine. It's not mine. They'll find a way to make it not theirs.
One day it'll work.
But isn't it just easier to, even if it isn't yours, just tell them that it is? That way you can actually go to a police station and get evidence and tools to actually prove that it is not yours. I'd just say, like, yeah, it's fine. I mean,
I would say it's probably
from
best
the evidence around me,
just to say no. It's just not to say anything.
Yeah,
because that is your legal right not to say anything.
Very true.
And just leave it at that, because if you say yes, it's mine, then if they've recorded that, then they've got evidence they can present to.
Even if it isn't.
And I'm not trying to give people a way out to hide their stash, but
it is very
on Griffin Radio.
It is very much like you said, like the perfect analogy of like a child that just came in the house dirty with his shoes. Why are these dirty footprints leading up to your room? I don't know. My Brooke did it. I don't know.
I don't know. It was the boogeyman.
Yeah, it's very find any way you can to make it not your fault.
It's just absurd. This story. This story was sad.
Those are my favorite.
Oh, no.
It's sad. It's sad but absurd. So
do you know
that is
do you
my
know how
life.
sad it has
That's
to be
my
for
life
you
in
to
a
put?
nutshell.
We have sad stories all the time of so many different categories. Sad in stupidity, sad in the actual sadness. Do you know how sad this story better be for you to put it aside and be like, this is just sad? Because we've heard a lot of sad things.
Well,
on this show.
it's in the number 2 slot here, so we'll have plenty after it to get the taste out of our mouths.
Okay,
but
cool.
I did want to bring it up just because this woman needs to be exposed.
Let's hear it.
Giselle Taylor of Tarpon Springs, Florida, was arrested after she allegedly shot her fiance's dog after he refused her request to crack her back.
Okay.
What?
The couple who live in the same house got into a heated argument after Giselle asked her fiance to crack her back. He refused, and the pair began to squabble back and forth. She became enraged, and so she ran into the garage and grabbed her gun from her glove box, loaded it, and then ran into the house. She kept a gun in her glove box? I mean, that's just creepy on its face.
She old yellered a dog for not... Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
She told officers she grabbed her gun in an attempt to scare her fiancé. She then brandished her weapon but failed to intimidate him, then pointed the gun at her fiancé's dog and unloaded one round into the 2-year-old boxer.
Oh, no, not a boxer.
The dog was struck in the upper left torso and died soon after the scene.
Oh, God.
She then ran into the garage and drove off in her car.
Oh,
The police caught up with Giselle Taylor and arrested her, and she was charged with felony of aggravated cruelty to animals. So I'm thinking she's not a fiance anymore.
Why? Why did it have to be a boxer?
Oh my gosh.
That is horrible.
That is sad.
So that's not comedy
You
so
are
much as a
correct.
public service
that
announcement.
Is sad.
Yeah, let's just
Are you
let the world know
kidding?
how horrible
That's
she is.
look out for this woman.
Because her...
Okay, just because he didn't want to crack her back, and then she brandishes this gun, and then that fails to intimidate him, and then she decides the next reasonable step is to shoot his dog. What the?
Yeah, she went from 0 to 60. You won't crack my back, so I'm gonna go get my gun.
Yeah.
Like, what was she gonna do? Hold him at gunpoint, crack my back?
Well,
crack my back.
on the,
Oh God.
On that note, I don't personally ever think I'll take up an opportunity to crack somebody's back because I know what chiropractors can do, and what they can do is pretty awesome. And I'm not a chiropractor. I could like crack a vertebrae in the wrong way and have you looking like Hunchback of Notre Dame for like 2 months? Like, what if I mess it up really bad and you're like hunched over and like?
Well, I know not to come to you now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Brandon, I can't move my back. Help
just
me!
punches it.
That's better. Thank
Let
you.
me knee you in the spine. Let me knee you in the spine real quick. That'll fix you right up.
Just looks
poor
like judo
dog.
practice.
That is, man. That's
That
sad.
is really sad.
So yeah.
That is
R.I.P.
really
R.I.P. to
sad.
that good boy right there. Rest in
Aw.
peace.
Aw.
A man who had been left unnamed rode his yellow ATV while completely naked and led officers on Clay County Sheriff's Office of the Sheriff's Office on a high-speed chase through Kansas City, Kansas.
Wow. All right, I like this one.
At approximately 2 p.m., the police received information of a man riding naked on a yellow all-terrain vehicle traveling the wrong direction near Northeast Samway Road. Officers located the nude man. I wonder how they identified him.
In the bright yellow.
And pursued him, but he did not slow down for the police. Multiple other police agencies also aided in the high-speed chase. Witness Jess Fischel, who filmed the incident, said some cars really had to swerve to get out of his way.
That was a bit hard trying to.
Where was
keep your
this?
eyes off
I know that in
Kansas.
some states, Kansas.
Kansas, yeah.
It's
Probably one of the places where it's legal. I know in some states it's illegal to just take your ATV out on the road.
Well, but yeah, not on the wrong way, not on the wrong side
All right,
of the
all right,
street.
let me play devil's advocate again.
Oh,
as
gosh.
far as the high speed chase and not slowing down. I mean, let's be honest. This guy was this guy was fully nude. All right.
Do you see this expression on my face right now?
If you could see DJ Lunchbox's look,
if you are zipping down this highway or whatever it is, and you are fully nude, all I got to say is that must have been one cool breeze my man was feeling in all sorts of places. All right, I would not have wanted to slow down personally. All right, I would have told the cops to give me 10 more minutes. This feels pretty nice.
If you could see Lunchbox's face as he looks to Thunderstruck and then looks to me,
Come on,
like, are you kidding? And then looks to me like, are we kidding?
The sad part is I'm so excited. I'm so happy when I'm putting these stories together and finding all the news and everything. And I never, ever, even this, like, 9.5 weeks in, stop to think about what I'm actually doing and what Thunderstruck is going to come up with after I presented the story.
Every single time. We really need a soundbite of, like, him defending the stupidity of people. Like, just a 3-minute soundbite of Jesse defending people's stupidity.
Well, there's quite a few clips that I think we could probably isolate.
Have it be a whole bit. Like, it's Jesse's 3 minutes of defending the stupidity of people.
Just trying to look at it from his point of the ATV, you know what I'm saying? So,
Thunderstruck's Thunder Bluffs.
It's like the People's Court from his corner over there. Just, I don't know. It could have. Do we know for a fact they were his pants? Were they fitting properly?
Hey, that's a good point. If they don't fit, you must have quit. Right?
Oh my gosh. That is pretty insane. Also, the color of it. I mean, I'm sure you don't have like a bunch of color palettes to choose from, but bright yellow, you didn't think you would draw some attention? Not only going the wrong way on a freeway, but in a bright yellow ATV.
And completely au naturel.
Completely the
you
way
were
God
not
gave you.
trying to hide, is what we're trying to say here.
Yes.
He was not trying to be subtle.
I just hope it wasn't a hot summer day.
I like the B.
Yeah,
I liked the B.
He puts the B in subtle.
Just hope it wasn't a hot summer day. All I can think of are like 2 eggs cracking on a sidewalk, just heating up.
Thunderstruck. It's just so much. All the time.
I'm hungry. I haven't had breakfast. Give me a break. I haven't had breakfast.
Thunderstruck.
None of those things go together. I don't understand what you're.
I don't know what I'm saying. I'm delusional.
Your metaphors are just.
They are A+.
If you would like to donate coffee to Griffin Radio so that Jesse won't say these things,
thank you. Thank you.
You should be dragged in front of a tribunal for abusing these metaphors.
I'm horrible. I know.
My god.
I'm horrible.
Oh god. The South Wales police posted on their Facebook page a mugshot of a wanted man, Wayne Esmond of Forest Fack. There's like three F's in this one word.
I believe you.
Swansea. Wayne commented on the post on Facebook requesting the police take down his unflattering picture.
Oh, so pretty, I feel pretty and witty and gay, and I pity any girl who's in need.
The South Wales police made the post after having a suspicion of his involvement in an assault which happened back in July. The unflattering picture of Wayne shows him with heavy stubble, a shaved head, and a deer caught in the headlights look on his face.
I would hope so. It's a mugshot.
He
Get
wrote
my
on
good side.
He wrote on their Facebook page, "I am him. Not a very flattering mugshot. I'd appreciate it if you'd take this post down. Innocent until proven guilty and all that. I've spoken to my solicitor and they will advise me what to do next. Thanks."
Innocent until proven guilty and all that? That doesn't mean they don't get to post your mugshot.
Yeah, well, they're not
because
they're
you're
not
acquitted.
No, he's not saying you can't post my picture. He's saying, can you post a nicer picture of me?
Oh, well, that's yeah. There you go. Use his Facebook profile pic or something. I don't know.
I'm not guilty of being that bad looking until I'm proven to be that bad looking.
I'm not guilty of any crime except being too handsome, and you're not showing me properly.
Aren't we all guilty of that?
After making the post, he handed himself into the police department on the same day, and the post has now been taken down as they have now actually caught the suspect. So, a happy ending, man. I guess.
I guess for
quote
both.
Unquote.
Are both parties happy now? I mean, I don't. The picture's down.
In that sense, I would just be more upset that they like posted it at all before they found the suspect, just because did that guy turn out to be innocent?
Well, it was a be on the lookout.
Oh, okay.
Like you'll see on the news, they
right,
post
right.
people's pictures all the time.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, no, it wasn't saying this man has committed a crime. It was saying this man is a suspect in a crime.
It's more about the stupidity of him knowing they're looking for him and him reaching out so they can change his photo.
That is
funny. He was being sought out after some sort of assault incident, and
boy.
the main point for him was the fact that it was an unflattering photo.
The things we do to keep up our appearances to look good.
So
I mean, facts.
We suffer.
Thunderstruck.
We suffer
that is
for
a
our
fact.
We suffer for our art.
We suffer for our
I don't
art.
know about that. I'm having a good time. I don't have a bad picture up on Facebook by the police saying we'll be on the lookout.
I was gonna say, yeah, neither do I.
It happens to us all eventually.
Well, I don't often check the police Facebook.
It happens some more than others.
Although I do have a new picture up from that remote last week in which I've got a world-class stink eye.
Now
apparently.
that is a good photo.
That is a good photo. I saw that profile picture change.
That's personality right there.
It was good coffee. And I needed it badly after we had to move the
whole set,
the whole booth twice.
If and when you
did you really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We didn't tell you about that?
No.
So little sidebar here. Yeah, thank you. So we had a remote last Thursday. Was it?
Last Thursday.
Yeah,
I know
Wednesday
it was
and Thursday,
Thursday,
but I was here for the Thursday.
Right.
So we set up in our usual spot down on the quad in kind of the northeastern quadrant, and
back corner.
Yeah, got everything hooked up. We're ready to go. We're playing music. We were there for about half an hour, and then somebody from the event came over and was like, "You guys are supposed to be set up over there, about 100 yards away." So we kind of sat there staring at the sky, going, "Why, God, why?" And then we moved all of our equipment over there.
Just accepted it and we're like, okay,
communication,
let's just move,
people.
whatever.
Communication.
Yeah, we were down there for National Coming Out Day, and honestly, it was a fantastic event. There were so many people that showed up to the Soji booth.
Yeah, I heard that it was a fun time.
Yeah, I got a really nice. Remus went over and got me a little rainbow pin with the space logo on it, and just said "gay," so I'm a space gay now.
Oh, cool!
Yeah, it's a great button.
It's out of this world.
And then Remus got a really cool one of the werewolf.
Okay.
So yeah, anyway, the event was really cool. It was just kind of a pain that we ended up having to move. But to be honest, I got to say where we ended up moving to was actually perfect because we were about 40 feet away from the Soji booth, so we were able to talk to them.
Oh, very cool.
We got to promote their buttons, the candy they were selling. We got to watch a lot of the people going through the little coming out door. Just
I like
the
area.
Cool.
I like the area in general as well.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind broadcasting there, doing a remote.
Actually, yeah. Now that you say it is a really good space because a lot of people are walking very close to us because it's next to a walkway.
More interaction, yeah.
Exactly. Where we usually are is kind of far back, and people probably feel self-conscious because they have to walk across that big expanse of empty concrete to come talk to us, and they're very out in the open.
And then, of course, we have we're right there near the steps playing our music when the people from the bus stop get off, so they're just blasted by our beautiful tunes.
That's true, and Remus had an awesome playlist. Great playlist that day.
That's another good thing to talk about in segment 2. Don't feel afraid to come talk to us. We always like talking to you.
Absolutely.
We always like hearing a music suggestion, just a single song.
We are more than happy to talk to anybody who wants to come up and just chew the fat with us.
All the time.
Ask any questions about the radio program. We are always looking for more people to join the program the following semester. If you have any questions,
please.
We're not going to be kind of those idiot DJs that will suddenly whip up the microphone. Look at this guy who's coming up to us. Isn't that funny? No.
They might do that to me, but not to you.
Yeah, but you're already here, though.
Yeah, they don't like me, so.
You've already been through the trial, so you're fine.
As famous as we are still just
I always
people.
love to hear from my fans, I feel like I'm one of the guys, Like, I feel like you could just walk up to me and I'm not better than you.
Are you saying you feel like people
dude.
could just walk up to you and give them your phone number?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, ladies,
Jesse,
or guys, I don't know if you want to just get a beer or something, just hang out,
watch
play some Madden. I don't know. I don't know how to do this thing. I don't know how to friend. All right.
Well, what was initially a promotion for the studio and not for Thunderstruck, which then gradually mutated into that.
I have a way of hijacking these things. I'm sorry.
You are meant for this life.
He really does have a gift.
Everything just comes back to him.
Well, I don't have one, so what do you think?
And this is my damn show.
I'm sorry. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for hijacking it
It wouldn't be Breakfast of Imbeciles.
Breakfast of Imbeciles, every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m.
I'm starting to get why we called it that. With me in mind.
It was purposely vague because I was never quite certain if we were talking about the people in these stories.
Or us.
Or ourselves. Exactly.
I think it's melded into both, which is good.
We just need a big fat logo with my face on it, looking doe-eyed and.
B. Amelia, it's a quarter till. Do you want to stick around for one more story? Or?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Sure. Joseph Cooper was traveling down the I-95 near Vero Beach, Florida, when he noticed his gas pedal was stuck.
Florida man does it again.
I love this subtle. A man was shooting to Florida.
In full disclosure, I do want to say I did not seek out any regional specific stories. Every one of these Florida stories just simply comes up. I don't know they're Florida until I've actually got the story on my screen.
There's something in the water down there.
Another disclaimer that has probably already been said 100 times. We love lots of people from Florida. Nothing against Florida. It's just that place does happen to also have lots of people that do dumb things.
Yeah. It's the OJ. You can't deny it.
Just because you live in Florida, but Florida does happen to have lots of stupid people doing stupid things.
Okay, tangential to that, I think I might have mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it again because I feel I can't get enough exposure on this.
Please do.
I have a theory, and it has so far worked out very strongly that there is a very strong correlation between bad driving and a dangly thing hanging from your rearview mirror. Now, that is not to say all people that have something dangling is a bad driver, but it does say that anytime you see somebody on the road, surface street, freeway, whatever, who is a bad driver, there will be something dangly hanging from their mirror. No. And I have a little sub theory going on here, but I'm working up that the worse the driver they are, the bigger the item is.
Okay.
Now why do you think
I will be looking out for that.
Now why do you think that is? Do you think they are a bad driver due to what's hanging in their rearview mirror, or do you think that they're
just a personality trait?
Exactly. I think it's a personality trait.
Okay.
I think it's the kind of person who is more concerned about the space they are in.
I see.
Rather it being inside the car, rather than the environment they are moving through in the car.
A person that cares more about their room than the house as a whole.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
So like you'll see somebody with a parking pass and they might be going 15 miles an hour into the speed limit.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. If you are driving, and this has happened a number of times, and somebody pulls in front of you and then turns on their windshield wipers and blowing the liquid all over the back of your all over your windshield, then there will be like a big freaking dream catcher.
Yeah.
The size of a hubcap hanging from their mirror.
Goodness.
So keep an eye out.
Those
this is
are
very
I'll be looking out.
Or like those gigantic beads, or like these weird I don't know.
I promise I will be looking out. If somebody cuts me off on the freeway, I will.
Fascinating. My man is very much a positive person. He's very different from me. He's very always look on the bright side kind of person.
Okay.
He has actually said this is working out to be true. He has noticed this. So again, it's not to say all people with dangly things are bad drivers, but it's to say if you see a bad driver, there will be something hanging from their mirror.
And we're not talking just like a parking pass or a air freshener. We're talking like these large items, like fuzzy dice.
No, anything.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. Anything.
That's very interesting.
Well, see, now I want to buy
anything
some fuzzy dice.
from a handicap placard on down.
See. I'm gonna go out and get me some fuzzy dice.
Tell us what's going on in Florida.
Yeah. So this guy noticed his gas pedal was stuck, causing his vehicle to reach speeds of 100 miles per hour without him being able to stop the car.
Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take us. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? Prepare ship! Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. Fasten all seatbelts. Seal all entrances and exits. Close all shops in the mall. Cancel the
Close all shops in the mall.
Joseph was driving his black 2003 BMW X5 along the interstate when he noticed his gas pedal was stuck. His car began to reach speeds of 100 miles per hour when he decided to call 911 for assistance. He told the dispatcher, "I think my pedal is stuck to my car and I'm on the freeway." After being informed of his predicament, the operator asked him if he couldn't put his vehicle in neutral. But if he couldn't, then she said, "Could you put your emergency brake down?" But he said, "Ma'am, I'm not going to do that at 100 miles per hour. I'm sorry." I'm just assuming. I hear the voice in my head.
It's okay. I'm more invested now.
Joseph continued to avoid traffic. During the phone conversation, you could hear him screaming, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!"
Oh, goodness.
The Florida Highway Patrol troopers and Fellsmore Police Department officers joined forces and were able to clear traffic ahead of him, and then they placed a spike strip on the road, which brought the vehicle to a screeching stop with the help of a pit maneuver. Now, that sounds more unsafe to me than slowly applying your parking brake.
I don't think it was a matter of, maybe it wasn't a matter of safety, but maybe he thought that pulling the emergency brake while going 100 miles an hour would like ruin the inside of his car.
Well,
maybe he wanted to keep the car.
I don't know. Better the brakes than, running into a school bus.
Of course,
right.
but
I think he was being a little selfish here, which I would expect nothing less of a BMW driver.
But what I don't get is that he couldn't even turn the key into the standby or whatever it is or something. Or
that is odd.
Yeah, and so I would think pulling up your brake slowly to slow down or at least get you down to a manageable speed would be better than hitting police spikes, blowing your tires. So anyway, he went 50 miles. 50 miles doing this.
Wow.
Jesus.
They have no idea what caused his pedal to become stuck.
Oh, really?
It just simply happened.
Oh, wow.
I would have just found a nice ramp to just drive off of and said, "Hey, amen, let's go."
Them hazard boys didn't know what they were getting themselves into.
Hazard boy didn't know what they were getting into. Maybe, it was Florida. Maybe the pedal was just simply stuck from the humidity.
That's true.
Everything sticks to everything in Florida.
That sounds terrible. That's a bad image I got in my mind.
Well, how could you have a worse image than a naked guy on an ATV with hot nuts sitting on the vinyl seat?
Welcome to my mind.
Thunderstruck.
You don't want to be inside here.
Ladies, he's single.
I'm going to put some yellow tape around your chair every week, dude.
Like, stay away.
Your own zone.
Oh, my goodness.
God. Dennis Strickland entered Northwest Bank in Sioux City, Iowa, and gave the bank teller a $1 million bill to deposit.
Oh.
But the cashier quickly noticed something wasn't quite right.
Oh, really?
Oh, I like that. Thank you. He told the teller while passing her a piece of paper that he had a $1 million bill and would like to deposit it into his bank account. The cashier was highly suspicious of his request and contacted the police after seeing the paper, as the U.S. Treasury Department does not print $1 million bills.
I like how they make it so the bank
probably
teller
a
is like
smart
this,
idea.
This bank teller is this like very intelligent, but like, something doesn't seem right about this. I should call this in.
Holds it up to
$1 million.
Oh yeah, just gets that little pen, just swipes it a little bit, holds it under the black light.
It looks real, but I think I should get an expert's opinion on this.
It's got Chuck E. Cheese's face on it. Like,
It's
this
coming
could
off
be
on her
real.
thumb.
Or George Bush. Like, why is the Statue of Liberty on this thing?
Well, I have to say, I'm pleased that her training apparently paid off, because I assume tellers have to go through some sort of, this is a bill, this is not a bill.
Yeah.
A $3 bill is not a bill, a $2 bill is a bill. The Treasury Department doesn't make $1 million bills. So good for her for catching that. The police arrived and apprehended the man and then asked him if he had any more fake money on his person. He then proceeded to pull out a baggie of meth. So,
oh,
what? What?
I got something that's gonna be worth some money.
What? How do you go from fake bills? I got this bag of meth.
Thunderstruck's reaction.
Oh,
if you,
my God.
There's another story like this we'll cover later on, because it's another one of those cases of if you know you are doing something wrong and illegal, why would you compound it by also carrying something illegal on your person?
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, let's go rob a bank, and while we're there, let's just bring like 10 kilos of cocaine, just in case.
I'm gonna have 10 Ks of blow on my backpack. I'm also gonna have an ear of a hooker that I killed last week in my wallet.
As we all do.
All right, guys, ready to go rob the bank? The dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I mean,
if you
I
again,
got this bag of meth.
if anybody listening could see Lunchbox's just shrug of like, I don't know with these stories.
Sometimes these just simply
I love it.
just blow my mind.
Okay.
Do you have any more money
I
on
will-
you? Got this bag of meth.
I will have to go.
Okay, I was gonna say because I was gonna do one more. That
Oh,
was,
let's
that
go.
was-
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Because it's the related one. I figured
let's do
why
it.
not tease for 5 days? Let's
Let's
just leave
do it.
He loves teasing.
So kind of in the same vein, Casey Waldner of San Diego, a local boy. And obviously, since he's on our list, pride of the town.
Hooray.
Slapped the rump of a police horse named Izzy while an officer was riding on it, startling the horse and causing it to spin around. At approximately
The
2:30
sound
a.m.
bites are so unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I love it.
At 2:30 in the morning, so obviously nothing good is going to happen at 2.
Never.
He was spotted walking near Washington Street in Florida. An officer saw him walk behind the horse, who then proceeded to slap the horse's behind, startling it and causing the horse to spin around. The officers attempted to talk to him, but when they approached, he ran away. Perfect.
Oh.
So perfect. Run away from mounted officers. That's
Run
gonna
away
work
from a
beautifully.
horse.
Wow. Get
Unless
trampled.
you're Usain Bolt, that's not going to work out for you.
When he was later apprehended,
Even then.
let's see. He was later apprehended after spotted leaving a parking lot, and the arresting officer found a bag of coke on his person.
Of
I
course.
mean, just like why?
So why? Exactly. If you're going to do something stupid, now he had to have been drunk or high or something.
my
Because if
gosh.
you're going to carry a blow on your person, why would you go anywhere near a police officer, let alone
Exhausted.
smack its animal?
I think he's lucky that when he smacked that horse, it didn't just like back kick him like right in the chest.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
I think he got lucky with that
A
one.
perfect cartoon ending.
There you go.
The horse was fine. Had been with the department for 5 years. Didn't need any kind of vet care. The guy just slapped it on the booty.
Cool.
He was arrested and charged with felony injuring a police horse, which I think is a little over the top, but resisting arrest and coke possession. So there we go.
What's a cop on a horse doing at 2 a.m. anyways? Like what's he
Looking
doing
out for idiots like that guy,
seems very
probably.
strange. Like, let me go patrol the dark, mean streets on a horse.
It was 2 officers, 2 mounted officers.
Were they on the same horse? Please tell me they were on the same horse. That would
Thunderstruck.
be perfect.
Pretty sure that's not
Allowed.
That would be perfect.
It would look like the cover of a Daniel Steele novel, though.
But that's what they
God.
do. That's what they do at Mardi Gras.
Handcuffs.
And
so
they don't
bad.
have like a time limit at Mardi Gras. They just go around on horses because they get a better view of the crowd. There was
Yeah.
probably some kind of party going on or
Interesting.
something.
All right, that makes sense. But please, that would have been great if
man.
there were 2 cops to a horse.
We gotta share a horse today, Susie.
Put your arms around me.
The other horse is in the garage. We got to share today. Shotgun.
Officer Susie and Officer Officer
Saddle
Susie
up.
and Officer Rebecca gotta share a horse.
Jeez, that's awesome.
They're doing their debriefing at the police in the police office. They're just like, okay, who's gonna share a horse today? Not it. They've got like a nose goes thing going on.
And then now I assume that they have to clean up after their horses, right? Like once they drop a load.
I actually don't know how that works.
Yeah, how does that work? Do they keep
No,
a shovel on
the
them? or-
officers do not have to clean up after their animals.
Maybe it's like the city.
There's
Maybe the
city.
city.
Yeah, they have street sweepers or.
So if I just happen
janitors that go out.
like step in this huge heaping hot plop of
their problem.
horse poop.
Yeah,
That is awful.
I mean, could you imagine if they're down there sweeping up the horse crap and there's a whole bunch of things going on around them?
Yeah.
So
Can't be
no,
bothered.
that's just not gonna happen.
All right, guys.
You out of here?
Yeah, I gotta. Thank
Enjoy
you
your
so
class.
much for having
Have a
me.
nice weekend. Thank you so much for coming by, DJ B. Millie,
Always
everybody.
the best. That's
everybody.
me.
We
Thank
miss you already.
We will see you later, DJ B. Millie. Thanks for coming by.
DJ B. Millie, come on out. Get out of here.
No, that would have been last week when we were having the National Coming Out Day.
Oh, there you go. Woohoo! Oh God. No, that would have been a good one. That would have been a good idea.
Oh, I love when B. Millie gets to stop by. It makes me happy. Not that you're not worth having here.
No,
too,
it's fine. I tend to bring everybody's happiness level down a bit.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Just a little. Just enough.
Well, at least that's what my parents told me. All right.
Kerry Hammond Jr. disguised himself with a plastic wrap from a multi-pack of Dasani water bottles over his head and allegedly robbed a GameStop in St. Mary, Georgia.
Wow.
The St. Mary's Police Department issued an arrest warrant for Hammond after surveillance camera caught him red-handed disguised as a 6-pack of water bottles.
What?
You know, so you go to the store, they have
Yeah.
a 6-pack of the water bottles, the plastic wrap around it.
Right.
He basically just put it over his head and was looking out the hole in the side, thinking it was sufficient to disguise his face.
Why? What was he thinking? Was there drugs involved in this one? I feel like there's more cocaine on his person.
It doesn't say anything about it.
my
At the time of the story, they hadn't caught him, so we don't
Okay.
know for certain. But yeah, they saw him disguised as a 6-pack
my
of water
goodness.
bottles.
I just refuse to believe he was this idiotic.
Well, the police actually posted on the police department Facebook page and put this guy's photo up and said, "Did you ever give any thought to what your disguise was going to be when you did this?"
Oh, what a moron.
The police,
I can't believe it.
They released a description of this craftily disguised gent as a white male, 6'1", 275 pounds, and last seen driving a white 2006 Ford Taurus with possibly a dealer drive-out tag. He's also wanted from 2 previous active felony warrants, asking for his arrest for burglary and criminal damage to property in the 2nd degree. The police said, "You can help us catch him once you've stopped laughing."
Wow. That's perfect. That is perfect. I just want to know what was going through this guy's head. That's wow.
Well, he had a big plastic bag on his head. I'm assuming he was oxygen deprived at some point.
That is a good point. But also, if you're talking about like the plastic wrapping that goes around the bottles, I think to begin with they're fairly transparent, right? Like you can still sort of
it's the transparent
like
plastic, but it's got
color.
It does have kind of that. It was Dasani, so it's got the Dasani label, that blue band all the way around the side. So yeah, he just simply took a plastic wrap from a 6-pack of bottled water.
That is
Threads. I see you lurking over there.
Hiding.
Did you want to come say hi this morning, or are you just hanging out?
Sure.
Oh, are you sick?
No, not now.
Okay.
She's just sick of us. That's it.
Oh, I get that.
Yes.
After Tuesday, she's just like, I'm tired. I'm not doing this for the rest of the week.
Sick in my brain, y'all.
Good morning, DJ Threads. We're actually about to wrap it up here, but I just wanted to say hello since you came walking in.
Hello. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I told everybody who had listened to about your Tardy Works story last week, too. Did you see I posted the link on our Radio Dungeon page?
Yes, so it's available for purchase.
I know what you're all getting for Christmas.
Which is really unfortunate.
I know what you're all getting for Christmas.
Oh, did I get some poop be gone?
Some stocking stuffers.
Oh, man.
Some stocking stuffers.
Lord. Okay, we are actually going to wrap it up here now that Threads has had a chance to get comfortable and put on her headphones and raise the seat and adjust the microphone. So we're
ready to cut her off.
Thank you so much.
That's enough for you.
Yeah.
This has been Breakfast of Imbeciles here on Griffin Radio every Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. I've been DJ Lunchbox here with
DJ Thunderstruck
and DJ Threads, which has joined us very briefly
for 1 minute.
Don't forget you can check us out on Griffin Radio 119 on Facebook. Our Instagram account is Griffin Radio SD, and you can always listen to us on the Griffin Radio channel on the TuneIn app for your Android and iPhone. Send me an email at lunchboxthedj@gmail.com, and I would be more than happy to take a look at what you got and answer any questions you may have about the radio program here at Grossmont College. Have a great week, everybody.